Let's go take a look at Moses, the Exodus story.
Thousands of years ago, a man named Moses lived in a country we know today as Egypt. Moses was a very special man. God chose him to be one of the greatest leaders of all time. Moses trusted God. He knew that no matter what, God would take care of him and the people he was leading out of Egypt. Long before they were freed, the Israelites lived as slaves.
You Israelites can't do anything right. Get over here and get to work.
We must do something about the Israelites. There are just too many of them. What if they decided to fight us? They might win.
Punish them. Make them work harder.
Bring me the Hebrew midwives. Kill every baby boy in every Hebrew family. Do as I say at once. I command it.
The evil Pharaoh ordered the Hebrew midwives to kill every baby boy that was born. The midwives knew it was wrong to kill babies, and they knew God would be angry if they killed them. Because they feared God more than they feared the Pharaoh, the midwives didn't kill the baby boys. When the Pharaoh found out, he ordered his soldiers to throw all the Hebrew baby boys into the Nile River.
Shh, my darling one. Shh, please. The Pharaoh's soldiers might hear you and kill you. Goodbye, precious one. I'm so afraid, my son. But I know God will take care of you.
Mother, I will watch to see what happens to him.
Your Majesty, there's a baby in this basket.
Why, you're right. It is a baby. A baby boy. How sweet he is. Oh, you are a beautiful boy. Please don't cry. Where did you come from? This is one of the Hebrew babies. His Majesty ordered them all thrown into the river. He will become my son. I will name him Moses.
Moses had a completely different life than his family or the other Hebrew people who were slaves in Egypt. The princess took him to live in the palace. She loved him as much as if he really were her son. But Moses knew that he was a Hebrew, even though his life was not like theirs. In those days, the Israelites did nothing but work. Even their children had to work all the time. Instead of working as a slave, Moses went to school and learned all about the world. Then one day...
What's wrong with you? Beating up an old man like that?
He's just a Hebrew slave. Who cares about him?
Moses buried the soldier. The next day, he saw two Hebrews fighting.
Who are you to be so high and mighty? You're not judge and jury over us.
Are you thinking of killing us as you did the Egyptian soldier yesterday?
I must leave at once.
Moses was wise to leave. The Pharaoh heard that Moses had killed the Egyptian soldier. He sentenced Moses to death. Moses was away for 40 years, and during this time his life had changed a great deal. What was about to happen would change his life even more.
Where are you, little one? Time to go home. Hush now. You're okay.
Moses! Moses!
Here I am.
Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Moses, I have seen the sadness of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries. I have come down to rescue them from Egypt, and take them to a land where they no longer will be slaves. I will bring them into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey. Moses, I have chosen you to lead my people away from the Pharaoh and out of Egypt.
Lord, I'm just a shepherd. I'm not a leader of men. Who am I that you should choose me to lead the Hebrews out of Egypt?
I will be with you, Moses. The elders of Israel will listen to you. You will tell the Pharaoh to let my people go. When you lead my people out of Egypt, you will all return to this mountain to worship me.
What if they do not believe me?
What is that in your hand, Moses?
It is my staff.
Throw it on the ground. Pick it up by the tail. This is so that they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, has appeared to you. Use it as a sign to the people. Moses, put your hand inside your cloak, then take it out. Now, put your hand back inside your cloak. If no one believes the first miracle, then do this. If they believe neither miracle and refuse to listen to you, go to the river Nile, take some water from it in a jug, pour the water on the ground. It will turn into blood.
But Lord, I'm not a good speaker. How can I convince anyone that you sent me?
Moses, who do you think made you and every other living thing? I gave you your mouth so that you could speak. I gave you your ears so you could hear. I gave you your eyes so you could see. I will tell you what to say, and you will be able to say it.
Please send someone else, Lord. I am no good for this.
What about your brother Aaron? I know he is a good speaker. He is already on his way to meet you, and he will be happy to see you. You will tell him what I have told you today. I will put my words in both of your mouths. You will tell him what to say, and it will be as if you were speaking. Go back to Egypt. The Pharaoh who wanted to kill you is dead. Find your brother Moses. Take your staff so that you can perform the miracles I have taught you.
As long as you are with me, Lord, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid.
Moses did what God had told him to do. He returned to Egypt.
My advisors, weaklings that they are, seem to think that I must talk to the two of you.
God said you are to release the Israelites at once. We are to go to the desert where we will hold a feast in God's honor.
Release you so you can go to a feast in the desert? Oh, don't make me laugh. Who is your God that I should obey him? That I should let him take my slaves from their work? Get them out of here. Take the straw away from the Hebrew slaves who make bricks. Make their work even harder.
Why did you bring me here, Lord? Things have been worse for my people since I arrived. You have done nothing to rescue us.
Go back, Moses, you and your brother Aaron. The Pharaoh will not listen to you because his heart is hardened. Perform the miracles I have given you. You will find that the Pharaoh's heart will still be hard, but I will conquer him.
The pair of you will never learn, will you?
Aaron, throw down your staff so that it may become a snake.
Even though Aaron performed all the miracles that God had given Moses in the desert, the Pharaoh's heart was still hard. The Pharaoh would not let the Hebrew people go, and he made their lives even worse. Time after time, Moses and Aaron went to the Pharaoh, asking for permission to lead the Hebrew people out of Egypt. Each time, the Pharaoh laughed at them. And after each visit, God brought a new misery to the Egyptian people. After seeing the tremendous powers God had given Moses, the Pharaoh agreed to let the Hebrew people go if Moses would pray to the Lord to stop the thunder and hail. Moses prayed to the Lord, and the thunder and hail stopped. But every single time the Pharaoh changed his mind, one misery after another came to the Egyptian people. But God saved the Israelites from every plague.
Listen to me very carefully. The Pharaoh has refused again to let our people go. God is very angry, and he has told me what to do. Tonight, you must visit every Hebrew family in the city. Tell each family to place a bloodstain over their front doors. It is to be made from the blood of a perfect lamb. Tell them if they follow God's instructions, the Lord will not allow the destroyer to come into their houses.
Because the Pharaoh refused to let the Hebrew people go with Moses and Aaron, God sent the angel of death to Egypt. The Hebrew families were spared because their houses were marked with blood. In all the other houses, parents woke up to find their firstborn son dead. Even the firstborn of the animals were dead. The Pharaoh's family did not escape the angel of death either. Finally, the Pharaoh agreed to let the Hebrew people go. The Lord made the Egyptians give the Israelites their gold, silver, and clothing.
God will show us the way, Aaron, if we have faith. Look, over there. In the daytime, we will follow that pillar of cloud. At night, God will show us the way with a great pillar of fire.
God guided the Israelites with these glorious pillars of cloud and fire. Day or night, the Lord never left them. Again, the Pharaoh changed his mind.
The Pharaoh's soldiers are just behind that hill.
Do not be afraid. The Lord will deliver us. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still.
Moses, raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water. The Israelites will pass through on dry ground.
Fire lit up the Red Sea, allowing the people to see the waters parting. All night the winds blew, making a path of dry land across the sea. When the wind stopped blowing, the people saw that there was a wall of water to the right and to the left of the path. Moses and the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, and the Egyptians followed, but God protected the Israelites.
Let's get away from the Israelites!
The Lord is fighting for them against Egypt.
At last, Moses and his people were free from the evil Pharaoh and his army. They were all very grateful to the Lord for saving them. They all rejoiced in their heart and with their voices.
Let's go take a look at the Pyramid Pursuit game.
You have fallen into the deep, dark depths of pyramid pursuit. To escape, you must make your moves wisely. Watch out for the Pharaoh's guards. If they catch you, you're in trouble.
Look what we've got here. Are you hungry, Fido? Look what we've got here. Are you hungry, Fido?
You have reached the Chamber of Doom, sealed forever in the deep, dark depths of Pyramid Pursuit. Try again if you dare.
Look what we've got here. Are you hungry, Fido?
Whew, that was close. Now, where should you go? Can you see the handwriting on the wall?
Look what we've got here. Are you hungry, Fido?
You escaped Fido by the skin of his teeth. Now, which way do you want to go? The clue to your path is hidden in the wall. Go ahead. Search the wall for a clue about which way to go. This becomes a right or wrong decision. Go with the right decision. You've laid down your life and have been delivered to a new path. Be careful of what lies ahead. Your way has been blocked by an avalanche of block and stone. The only way to go is back where you came from. Be careful of what lies ahead.
You can trust in other gods, so go the way I'm pointing.
You've been overtaken by Pharaoh's guards. You're in trouble now. They knock you out and leave you in another part of the pyramid.
I'm just a poor beggar. Will you help me?
Because of your help, you've been put on the right path. Be careful of what lies ahead.
You can trust in other gods, so go the way I'm pointing.
Flies. Where did they come from? This was one of the plagues God sent the Pharaoh. You must quickly choose the right way. You've chosen wisely. God gives us wisdom in times of trouble. Continue to the right. Continue with patient endurance.
I am a sun god for you to listen to. There's a surprise to the right, and bad people straight ahead.
Your way has been blocked by an avalanche of block and stone. The only way to go is back where you came from.
I am a sun god for you to listen to. There's a surprise to the right, and bad people straight ahead.
Flies. Where did they come from? This was one of the plagues God sent the Pharaoh. You must quickly choose the right way. Following anything other than God will lead to death. Open the door of your heart to God, and He will save you.
There's plenty here for you. Take all you want.
You've reached the final chamber. Freedom is straight ahead. You've made it in time to join the escape from Egypt. Go and rejoice in the freedom God has given you.